only want to make two very quick points about this event. The first one is that it is a partnership with everybody committed to putting their best foot forward. That is to be taken for granted, and I think many other speakers have acknowledged the role played by AFD and others. But the point I really want to emphasize is that the most important leg of this partnership are the contractors who are going to build this infrastructure. And we in the ministry are very gratified that the contractors who are partnering with TCN and government on this project are first class. Their records speak to that, and we expect they will demonstrate the same first-class performance in this project. So thank you very much, and good luck with the rest of the project. Now, the second point I want to make very quickly is that I won't state the facilities this loan is going to install. I think the project consultant has already stated what it is. But I just want to emphasize that there is an additional 624 megawatts of capacity that this project will deliver, and 33 kV lines that the project will also deliver. Now, it is only engineers who get excited by that, or by well-constructed transmission lines or transformers. At the end of the day, the whole purpose of this project is to ensure that human beings get better service. That is what this is about. And unfortunately, the man I wanted to address has actually just walked in. That is, without him, that's the MD of AEDC, this entire project is not very useful. So it is the distribution company that must play the role in taking this extra capacity and delivering it to customers. At the same time, the partnership also extends to the generation companies in this industry, because if they don't produce another 624 megawatts, it is only engineers that at the end of 2 years will admire the well-constructed facilities. And I'm an engineer, so I appreciate well-constructed facilities. So I think it is an end-to-end delivery that we're aiming for, and the DISCO has a very important role to play in that. But I will end by saying that it goes beyond the DISCO, and it comes back to the most important financing partner, AFD. I'm aware that several years ago you had a distribution project that didn't go very well. So forgive me if I'm behaving a bit like Oliver Twist, but I believe it may be time now to reconsider a more purposeful and successful financing intervention at the distribution and retail end of the industry. And we in the ministry were committed to working with you to make sure that this time around it is just as successful as this project. Thank you very much.
It's my real pleasure and honor to be at today's event. It marks the launching of the works in the respect of the 170 US million power project in the city of Abuja. I wish to warmly congratulate EFD and TCN teams for their outstanding collaboration in this process. I'd like to say a few words to underline the significance of today's event. As you are all well aware, AFD is a leading actor in France's development policy. EFD is strongly committed to projects that genuinely improve the everyday lives of people, both in developing and emerging countries. In this regard, the supply of quality electricity is a profound aspiration of Nigerians across the country, more especially in the Federal Capital Territory. Planned and built in the 1980s, today Abuja hosts around 3 million inhabitants in both urban and peri-urban areas. By this, France, through AFD, aims to make a tangible and sustainable impact on the people living and working in the federal capital of Nigeria. What is the purpose of this project? The overall aim of this project is to strengthen the power supply infrastructure and to increase the capacity of the power transmission network around the capital city of Abuja. When completed, it will provide for the increase of the number of high-voltage electricity injection points to 3 instead of just 1 today. It will not only improve the quality and quantity of power available within the city of Abuja, but it will also improve the stability, reliability, and efficiency of the electricity transmission system in the FCT. And last but not least, this project is part of a wider initiative which aims at developing sustainable cities in Africa. And the topic of sustainable cities will be precisely the major issue of the next Africa-France summit, which will be hosted in France in June 2020 by President Macron. More precisely, in the coming weeks, the Federal Capital Territory will witness the effective deployment of workers at various sites in Abuja, mainly in Kuje, Apo, West Main, Wumba, Lukogoma, but also as far as Lafia, Kefi, and other areas in Nasarawa State. I understand this project involved the construction of 5 new substations in addition to the rehabilitation of an existing one. It will also include the construction of a new 130 kilometers or 330 kV and 120 kilometers of 132 kV lines. On this final note, I would like to assure you of France's full commitment to the continuous improvement of livelihoods in Nigeria as a whole. Thank you very much for your attention.
We are gathered today to do the groundbreaking of the Abuja Wheeling Scheme, which is one of the projects under the Transmission Rehabilitation and Expansion Program, TREM. Under the TREM, we have projects that are tackling problems of transmission nationwide, and we have those projects that are tackling problem of transmission based on specific location. Now, this project is tackling the problem of transmission in Abuja. But we are happy to tell you that the Transmission Rehabilitation Expansion Program that is being implemented by TCN is on track. And that's why we are here, is on track. And all the components of the Transmission Rehabilitation Expansion Program, which include the achievement of frequency control, I'm happy to tell you that from December 23rd to date, we achieved frequency control of 49.8 and 50.2 Hz for 65% of the time from December 23rd to date, which is the best in the history of the country. And we have taken a decision also to go to the next step, meaning we are enforcing the free governor control for the remaining other generators that are not there. And we believe that by June this year, we should be able to achieve frequency control that is the best in the entire West Africa. That is our objective. We have also been able to achieve complete procurement of spinning reserve. We are at the final consultation with NAC. Once NAC approves it, we are deploying the spinning reserve. And this is the first time also we did competitive procurement of spinning reserve in the history of the Nigeria power sector. On SCADA also, everything we are doing to make the SCADA work, we have done. Nigeria has attempted to do SCADA 5 times, and 5 times we are not, 3 times we are not mainly successful. We have decided this time around we have to succeed. And everything we are doing to succeed, we have done, including the fact that we did a international conference on SCADA under the chairmanship of the chairman of this occasion, that is the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Power. And we are able to also come up with all the deficiencies that we need to fix. So the Transmission Rehabilitation Expansion Program is actually fixing all the deficiencies that made us not to succeed in implementing SCADA, like all the deficiencies in the control room, like fixing the relays to make them digital, and also we are fixing the communication backbone. I'm happy to say that either tomorrow or Monday, there will be an advert for the procurement of critical communication backbone, which will require us to buy OGPW for certain critical lines, and those include Jos to Gombe, Ajakuta to Benin, Ikeja West to Egbin, Alagbon to Aja. We're going to buy them. We're going to do the advance. The ministry has approved, and this is our effort to ensure that this time around, when we do the launching of the procurement of SCADA, which is under one of the projects under Transmission Rehabilitation Expansion Program. With this time around, we succeed. And so on the critical investment in line and substation, you know, we are tackling in different forms. One of them, we are using our staff to take over work that normally we give contractors, and we are achieving those at the rate of about 10% of what we normally pay contractors. Under that arrangement, we have installed more than 40 power transformers across the country in the last 2 years. We have recovered 730 containers out of 800 containers that were stranded in the port. Some of them were stranded for over 15 years. Some of them were actually auctioned. The last batch of what we have to recover was approved as part of the auction batch, which we are removing them from the port. I think out of the 800 containers, only 2 have been lost. The remaining 798 are intact, and we are removing them from the port. So this Abuja transmission scheme is actually to solve the transmission and the transformation problem of Abuja, I think, in the next 20 years. Because currently Abuja has only 2 330 kV substations. We are putting additional 2. Currently Abuja has 5 132 kV substations. We are adding another 3 330 kV substations. And this project is financed by the French Development Agency. So why we are happy today is that this project is the first of its kind, a national project that is being financed by a donor that is doing a complete greenfield transmission line and transmission substation. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for more information on the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN.